technology used when you went to school versus expectations of education in a digital world.
Hi, my name is Lisa Robinson-Mann, and today I'm talking about how education may change in a digital world. Technology use has changed dramatically since my early education years. Back then, iPads weren't even thought of, and desktop computers were only used in information technology, not in the classroom, as a daily educational tool. Nor did we have the interactive whiteboards that are now used in classrooms. An example of this is my son is in grade 2, and as part of his learning, the educator will put a YouTube video up about the topic they may learn about via the interactive whiteboard, and the class will watch this and ask questions. 20 years ago, teachers wouldn't have done this. Instead, they would have talked to us about the topic and write on a blackboard. Expectations of education in a digital world weren't thought of as highly as what it is nowadays, as digital technology is more involved, and children are becoming more computer literate, with most things becoming more digital. Another example of this is that my son Mandarin teacher has incorporated iPads into her lessons so children learn Mandarin via the teacher as well as the iPads.
How might you need to reinvent yourself to be a successful teacher in a digital world?
With technology constantly changing, it's important as an educator to keep up with the fast-changing world of digital technology. One way I can do this is by becoming technology fluent. According to Howe, 2014, a digital pedagogy is many things, but most importantly, it is an attitude and aptitude. Ways I can change my attitude towards technology is to be open to new ideas. For example, allowing my students to give me ideas on programs they may be aware of that will better assist their learning, giving them a sense of togetherness, and allowing them to get involved, making learning more fun. To also listen to my peers, asking them what sort of technology they use. This will give me new ways to teach using technology in the classroom. As for my aptitude, this involves understanding the learning theories attached to digital pedagogy. For example, to learn how to use constructivism in digital technology by bringing knowledge and meaning to what my students are learning.
The role of an online community of practice for a future teacher.
One way I can use the role of an online community practice in my teachings is by becoming involved in a group of people with similar interests to myself via the internet. For example, join an online community such as Facebook, Twitter, or a chat program. Another way I can use this role is by getting my students involved in educational programs that allows them to talk to other students or their classmates. By doing this, it allows them to find others with similar interests within their peers. A program that can be used to do this in schools is Edmodo, a safe and secure social network program that some primary schools use to allow students to communicate with other students.
Thoughts for the future. Reflect on innovative classroom practices.
Ways I can use technology in my classroom teachings is through learning about how technology works, as technology changes all the time. Also, by asking my students what they like to use on the internet or computers that may be useful to their education, as well as bringing iPads for the students to use to assist them with their learning, to make it more fun, and for myself to explore YouTube and find education programs that can assist them with maths and English, etc. By doing this, I hope to make my students more engaged and excited about learning, making school more fun so my students are more willing to learn, as well as giving them the skills that will assist them with viable experience that will help them further their education as well as when they get jobs. Also, getting my students to join educational social networks such as Edmodo so they learn how to use social networking programs safely. Also, setting up a school email account allowing students to email their peers. After all, digital technology is taking over the world with the way we communicate with our peers and family.